The city of Collinsville was founded in 1872 and is located just 9 miles from St. Louis. Now a community of 25,000 people with 6th-generation families as part of our population, family ties run deep. Collinsville is known for our world's largest ketchup bottle, our World Heritage Site, Cahokia Mounds, and we also have the title of Horseradish Capital of the World. But as unique as those items are, the rebirth of our Uptown has been a source of local pride for our city government and our residents. Collinsville's Uptown rebirth began with an Uptown master plan focusing on infrastructure and a visually pleasing environment, creating a sense of community. Although the city government has done its part to make Uptown Collinsville the focal point of our community, this story is about a few of our residents who caught a vision for bringing a new purpose to our existing streetlights in our Hometown Heroes banner program.
My name is Pat Reitz. My husband Lenny was in the Marine Corps for 20 years. I'm from Philadelphia area, so we went to Pennsylvania for a family reunion.
And on the way back, we split the trip in half. We spent one night in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, and the next morning when it was light, we were leaving and we saw all these banners, and we thought, this is awesome.
When I saw the banners, I thought, that's a beautiful thing to be able to do for our military personnel. And said to my husband, Collinsville could do this. I don't know why we can't try this.
Pat Reitz contacted me with an email stating that she would like to come in and talk about a veterans banner program. Being a veteran, I was kind of anxious to hear what she had to say.
I made an appointment with the mayor when we got back to Illinois and just presented to him what I had seen and what I'd like to see here in Collinsville, not really having a whole picture of what this meant for Collinsville and for myself. So John was very receptive because he was in the military.
I immediately knew that it was a good project for us to undertake and to assist.
He took it to whomever he took it to in the city, and it got approved very, very quickly. Within a few short weeks, I knew we were able to do it.
The big challenge we really had was the marketing. That was the most difficult part of the whole thing, was getting the word out.
Marketing was difficult for me. I'm a nurse as a profession, so marketing is beyond what I am capable of doing, but I had to learn pretty quickly.
The city has a lot of resources that are available to do things like that, but we didn't have the funding to spend on the legwork. And so our staff here at City Hall helped design the banners. The private-public partnership is a wonderful thing because we can assist the private part in such a way that we're not expending tax dollars to implement the program, but we're expending time to assist the program in hanging of the banners, storing the banners, doing some artwork, doing some publication work that our staff can do and do it quite well because they're the ultimate professionals.
Once the 139 banners were sold, a dedication ceremony was held on September 24th, 2016, with nearly 500 people in attendance.
The assembly that we had at St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church, it was an outdoor ceremony with several banners flying in that specific area. And the families and the friends of the people that purchased banners for their loved ones and their veterans was just beyond. I never imagined that we would have that many people show up and be so in tune with what we did. We were overjoyed by the response that we got for the program, and the comments were just, they couldn't believe that we were actually doing something for the individual people that served our country. They deserve our respect, and the families really appreciated the program that Pat brought forward and that we helped her develop and brought it to what it is today.
The families I know are very appreciative. They love going near the banners and taking pictures of the family with the banner that they can see. It's an honor for them to see their father or their grandfather up on the banners and a way to show off their family.
loved it. I actually loved it. My sister saw it in the paper first, and then she called me right away, and I sent my money in. It was beautiful.
Yeah. He doesn't like attention, so we couldn't tell him, or else he'd say
I was
no.
coming to a Girl Scout party.
Is what he was told. So
My granddaughter lied to me.
When we would get orders, one of the things I enjoyed so much was the stories that we heard. Every time somebody would bring a banner in or money in, we would get to hear stories. My dad did this, he was here, he was in Vietnam, he was a survivor of Pearl Harbor. Some of those stories were amazing to listen to. I enjoyed that very, very much. The first phase that we did, we had 139 brackets to fill, which we filled. And when we were finished, within 2 or 3 months, I had calls for another 122 banners. In talking to the city, upon a suggestion, they were able to do Memorial Day. And even after Memorial Day, after the second set of banners, we still had people calling.
I think it turned out just fantastic because we've got over 150, 175 poles in our uptown now that we're displaying that many banners. We really have to caution people that are driving down the street not to try and find their banner because it can be a traffic hazard. We've actually asked them to walk the streets to try and read the names rather than trying to drive the street.
The pride that I'm hearing people talk about in Collinsville when they are up is really nice to hear. There's a pride here in Collinsville that Collinsville is honoring their veterans.